Did you realize that greater than 80% of individuals who use baking soda don't have any concept about its most powerful health secrets? That's proper. This common kitchen staple, something that charges only a few cents in step with dose, is quietly sitting in millions of houses, hiding its actual potential. In reality, many fitness experts discuss with baking soda as one of the most omitted treatments on earth. Think approximately how generally have you ever used baking soda to freshen up your refrigerator or bake a cake, without ever wondering what else it can do in your body? What if I advised you that this simple white powder has a long and charming records of unexpected makes use of, some of which could absolutely change the manner you care for your fitness to your senior years? Why don't more people communicate approximately the genuine power of baking soda? And extra importantly, what would possibly all of us be lacking out on? In this manual, we're going to explore the little-known health advantages of baking soda, reveal who have to be careful, and provide an explanation for exactly the way to use it correctly and effectively. If you care about your health and want clever, natural alternatives, you won't want to miss this. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed but I endorse you, hit that button and switch on the bell so that you by no means miss some other fitness tip made only for you. If you enjoy this video, kind 1 in the remarks. If no longer, kind 0 to permit me recognize how I could make higher content material for you. 1. Relieve heartburn and acid reflux disorder. For many seniors, heartburn has come to be this sort of frequent companion that it's nearly standard as a part of aging. After food, specifically in the evening, that acquainted burning sensation rises at the back of the breastbone, traveling up in the direction of the throat. It disturbs our sleep, sour mood, and often leads us to attain for antacids without even questioning. But what if one of the gentlest and best treatments has been quietly waiting in your kitchen cabinet all alongside baking soda, that easy white powder, utilized in baking, or to hold the fridge sparkling, holds a powerful herbal potential to neutralize stomach acid. When blended with water, it turns into an alkaline answer that speedy calms the fire of acid reflux disorder. This isn't simply folklore or old wives' information. It's chemistry at its maximum practical. When baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, meets excess hydrochloric acid for your belly, it to formations salt, water, and carbon dioxide. In different phrases, it stops the burn. Within minutes, that strain for your chest softens. The growing acid that once angry your esophagus fades, and your breath comes less difficult. But possibly greater critical than the technology is what this easy solution represents: a chance to experience comfort again without counting on capsules or prescriptions. For seniors already dealing with more than one medicinal drugs, the capability to use something herbal, acquainted, and inexpensive looks like reclaiming a chunk of manipulation. No pharmacy trip, no facet effects, only a moment of peace, introduced through a teaspoon and a pitcher of water. However, it is not for regular, and it is not for all and sundry. Baking soda incorporates sodium, which might not be appropriate for those with high blood stress, kidney troubles, or heart situations. But for infrequent remedy, in particular, after a rich dinner, or while you lie down too quickly after eating, it gives a kind rapid-acting treatment. Imagine finishing your nighttime with a warm drink, understanding that your body is easing into rest, as opposed to making ready for discomfort. That's the quiet magic of this humble solution. Not handiest in what it does, however, how lightly it does it. And as powerful as that relief may be, it's most effective, the start of what baking soda water would possibly do in your well-being. Because the identical drink that soothes your belly will also be quietly assisting your kidneys, the silent employees of your frame, tirelessly filtering each drop of blood. Curious how that works? Let's uncover the connection between baking soda and kidney fitness, and what every senior ought to recognize about shielding those vital organs. If you're nevertheless looking and locating those insights useful, please remark number 1 under to allow me recognize you are with me. Now let's circulate onto point variety. 2. Assist kidney function. As we grow older, we end up more privy to the quiet systems in our frame that have been faithfully running behind the scenes for many years. Among them, our kidneys play one of the maximum essential roles, filtering waste, balancing fluids, and supporting the sensitive acid-alkaline balance that continues each organ running easily. Yet with age, and mainly in the presence of continual situations like diabetes or high blood stress, our kidneys start to lose performance. The changes may be diffused at first: fatigue, swelling inside the ankles, or changes in urination, but they talk of a deeper imbalance that desires care, not silence. This is in which baking soda, a simple family item, enters the verbal exchange in an unexpected way. Research in latest years has proven that baking soda, or greater precisely, sodium bicarbonate, might also offer significant aid for people with early-stage chronic kidney disorder, CK. As kidney characteristic declines, the body can warfare to do away with acid from the bloodstream, leading to a country called metabolic acidosis. This situation quietly speeds up kidney damage, causing a vicious cycle of decline. When taken in small medically guided quantities, baking soda acts as a buffer, assisting neutralize this excess acid. It doesn't simply provide non-permanent relief. It may slow the progression of kidney disease. One long time period. Take a look at found that patients with CKD, who were given sodium bicarbonate dietary supplements, skilled a slower decline in kidney function, and plenty of prevented the want for dialysis altogether. That's now not just technology, that's a second risk. A way to increase independence, keep away from invasive remedies, and continue taking part in the rhythms of everyday existence. Imagine giving your kidneys a mild hand, no longer via pills, however, through something as familiar as water and a spoonful of powder. For many seniors, in particular, the ones handling multiple prescriptions, the concept of helping health with something natural and occasional price brings both peace and wish of path. It must be used with expertise. Baking soda includes sodium, and for those with superior kidney ailment, coronary heart failure, or fluid retention, caution is crucial. Any ordinary use should be discussed together with your healthcare provider, because the purpose is aid, not pressure. Still, within the quiet work of shielding your body's internal balance, this easy remedy offers surprising potential. And it would not prevent that. While baking soda facilitates your kidneys control acids, it is able to also ease one of the maximum painful and irritating problems seniors face: urinary tract infections. Could this kitchen staple sincerely calm that burning, urgent pain? You might be amazed via what the research says and what you could do at domestic to experience comfort. Let's explore it next. 3. Ease urinary tract pain. UTI help. Few discomforts in later lifestyles are as disruptive and draining as a urinary tract contamination. For many seniors, specifically girls, that burning sensation, common urge to urinate, and nagging pelvic pain turn out to be unwelcome visitors that display up again and again. UTI don't just make the body uncomfortable, additionally, they chip away at dignity, sleep, and peace of mind. And while antibiotics stay the primary remedy, what occurs while signs and symptoms linger among infections? What if something easy ought to gently ease the discomfort, even if only a little? That's wherein baking soda comes in, not as a treatment, however, as a smooth and supportive ally. When dissolved in water, baking soda becomes alkaline, elevating the pH of your urine. This change might not seem dramatic. However, it can shift the inner surroundings just sufficient to make it much less welcoming for the microorganism that reason infection, especially E. coli, which prospers in acidic situations. Seniors with ordinary UTI frequently stay with diffused irritation, even if a complete infection isn't always present. A more alkaline urinary tract can also reduce irritation and soothe that day-by-day discomfort that docks every so often for. Science has begun to echo what many people have determined through non-public enjoy. In one take a look at girls with frequent UTI who use sodium bicarbonate as a part of their care plan. Skilled fewer flare-ups and reported much less burning and urgency. It's a humble alternate, half of a teaspoon, stirred into a glass of heat water, but it could sense like a small recuperation of manage whilst your frame feels unpredictable. More than simply converting chemistry, this small act can deliver comfort all through a stressful time. It gives seniors something on the spot they could do to experience better, even as awaiting an appointment or in between guides of treatment. It offers a feel of remedy without depending on yet any other prescription, and in an international, in which older adults often juggle multiple medicinal drugs, that by myself can convey peace of path. This isn't always a substitute for hospital treatment. UTI can worsen quickly in older adults, mainly those with diabetes or catheter use, and ought to be treated significantly. But for occasional assist, and especially under medical steering, baking soda water can be a gentle companion on the direction to recuperation. And while it's already comforting to recognize that baking soda may ease inner pain, its usefulness does not prevent, because believe it or not, the equal mixture that soothes your urinary tract might also assist quiet those painful flare-ups of gout that strike the joints without warning. Could this identical kitchen remedy sincerely melt something as extreme as gout ache? The answer may additionally marvel you. Let's take a better appearance. If you're still watching and finding those insights treasured, please comment primary beneath to permit me realize you are right here. Now permits keep going with factor wide variety. 4. Help with gout flares. If you've got ever woken up in the nighttime to a joint so swollen, crimson, and painful that even the burden of a mattress sheet feels unbearable, you already know the cruel nature of gout. It's not simply pain. It's the form of sharp stabbing discomfort that hijacks your each-day lifestyles, frequently placing without warning. For many seniors, gout feels like a betrayal of the body. In particular, once they've labored hard to consume better, stay lively, and observe health practitioners' orders. But the flares nevertheless come. At the heart of gout is uric acid, a substance that builds up inside the blood and crystallizes within the joints, maximum typically in the large toe, ankle, or knee. These tiny crystals sense like glass shards below the pores and skin, triggering the immune gadget to react with intense infection. The solution is not simple, and medicinal drugs surely have their location. But what if you can do something gentle at domestic to aid your frame in lowering the frequency or severity of these assaults? Baking soda, as not likely because it seems, has proven capability in doing simply that. Its energy lies in its alkalinity. When you drink a nicely prepared solution of baking soda and water, it could subtly shift your body's pH closer to a more alkaline country. Why does that matter? Because uric acid turns into greater soluble and easier to flush out through the urine in an alkaline surroundings. That way, fewer crystals form, and once they do, they'll dissolve more with no trouble. For seniors who have suffered repeated gout assaults, this simple adjustment may additionally offer real comfort. Several rising studies advocate that sodium bicarbonate, taken under medical supervision, can help reduce uric acid attention within the blood and simplicity. The metabolic imbalances that make flares more likely. While it's now not a standalone treatment, and it genuinely would not replace prescribed medicines, it could serve as an associate in prevention, a small daily step closer to much less ache. Even more essential is what this ritual symbolizes. Empowerment. It's clean to experience helpless whilst the body rebels. However, stirring a teaspoon of baking soda into warm water and sipping it slowly becomes greater than a remedy. It will become a second of care, of self-appreciate, of honoring your body's quiet signal. But the usefulness of baking soda does not stop on the joints. Just as it is able to dissolve what crystallizes in the frame, it is able to additionally neutralize what lingers in the mouth. The acids and microorganisms that motive terrible breath and soreness. Could the equal gentle answer assist freshen your breath and help oral fitness? You're probably amazed by using what lies behind that easy smile. Let's uncover its subsequent. 5. Soothe mouth sores and horrific breath. As we age, we turn out to be greater attuned to the diffused discomforts that when felt easy to disregard. A small sore within the mouth, a dry, bitter flavor, the quiet embarrassment of questioning if our breath is much less than fresh. These are matters many seniors cope with every day, not serious enough to require medication, yet disruptive, sufficient to thieve away ease, self-assurance, and comfort in communicating. Whether it's a lingering canker sore, sensitivity from dentures, or absolutely changes in oral health due to medicinal drugs, or dry mouth, the battle is real and frequently unstated. Baking soda, a familiar partner inside the kitchen, can offer a kind and powerful solution. Its function in oral care isn't always new. Generations before us have grew to become to freshen breath and smooth teeth. But what gives it strength isn't just traditions, it's technological know-how. Sodium bicarbonate helps neutralize acids in the mouth, creating surroundings where harmful bacteria war to thrive. These microorganisms, while left unchecked, are what make contributions to no longer simply bad breath, but also mouth inflammation, plaque, or even gum disease. When used as a gentle rinse, just half a teaspoon, stirred into warm water, baking soda can bring soothing alleviation to angry tissues. For the ones at risk of mouth ulcers or denture sores, this rinse can lessen stinging and cell restoration. It would not burn or irritate like alcohol-based mouthwashes. Instead, it quietly balances the mouth's pH, giving the tissues a hazard to recover in peace. Seniors who deal with dry mouth or take medicinal drugs that affect oral moisture regularly find this gentle rinse calming, even restorative. And as for breath, that invisible, yet emotionally powerful, a part of how we join. Baking soda does more than masks. It works at the root, changing the chemical surroundings, so smell-causing compounds don't thrive. The result? A cleanser-feeling mouth, extra self-belief to speak and smile, and a small ritual that becomes a daily act of self-recognition. It's a reminder that even the smallest discomforts deserve attention. That dignity isn't always just about keeping off ailment, but approximately feeling entire, out of your joints to your smile. But what's even extra notable is that baking soda's reach does not quit inside the mouth. Just as it neutralizes acid and calms irritation internally, it may additionally help your frame's capability to recover after physical exertion, reducing discomfort and helping worn-out muscle groups bounce back quick. Curious how a simple drink can help your frame pass with extra ease and much less pain? Let's explore that next. 6. Reduce put-up workout pain. For many seniors, staying active is a gift, a manner to maintain independence, preserve the heart robust, and sense related to the rhythm of life. Whether it's a morning walk, gardening within the afternoon sun, or a mild stretch for the duration of bodily therapy, motion brings freedom. But with that freedom frequently comes discomfort. The type that creeps in a day later, stiffening joints, tightening muscular tissues, and making once simple tasks feel twice as tough. And it is in the one's quiet moments of pain, as sitting at the threshold of the mattress, or gripping a stair rail, that many older adults marvel. Is this simply what growing older appears like? The fact is, some pain is herbal, even wholesome. It's the frame's manner of rebuilding and strengthening. But there may be a distinction between necessary recovery and lingering pain that limits your pleasure. This is where baking soda water, humble and simple, has a quiet function to play. While we frequently think about sodium bicarbonate as something for the kitchen or in disenchanted belly, it additionally acts as a herbal buffer inside the frame. After physical activity, your muscle groups collect lactic acid, which contributes to that achy burning sensation called not on time onset muscle soreness. Drinking a small glass of baking soda water shortly after exercise may also assist neutralize a number of that acid, easing the inner surroundings and assisting your muscle mass recover faster. It would not erase the fatigue, but it could soften the threshold, allowing you to transport a chunk greater freely day after today, stand taller, and return to the activities you love with much less hesitation. For older adults who are newly returning to motion after contamination or surgical treatment, this gentle guide can mean the difference among staying on the right track and giving up out of frustration. There's also a psychological comfort in having something so on hand, so familiar, offer actual assist. A teaspoon in water, a quiet sip, and a sense that your frame is being cared for from the inner out. Not aggressively, not artificially, but evidently. That's now not simply healing, that's recovery with dignity. And perhaps the maximum beautiful component, this isn't in which baking soda's guide ends. Just as it facilitates your body get better after motion, it also plays a vital function in something even greater, fundamental, balancing your frame's inner pH, the silent foundation of electricity, immune energy, and cellular health. It's that a small shift in pH could have an effect on how your entire gadget capabilities. You're about to find out. Let's appearance deeper. 7. Aid balanced body pH. Our bodies are clever, remarkably so. Every breath we take, every heartbeat, every digestive system, and mobile repair is predicated on a delicate stability of chemistry. One of the maximum essential factors of that internal concord is something most folks rarely reflect on: consideration on pH, specifically, the acid-alkaline stability of our blood and fluids. When it drifts too far in the direction of acidity, even barely, it is able to go away as feeling tired, achy, infected, and vulnerable to chronic health troubles. And for seniors, whose our bodies clearly lose a number of their buffering potential with age, keeping a healthy pH becomes even more vital. The contemporary weight loss plan, heavy in meats, sugars, processed ingredients, and low in sparkling veggies, tends to push the body toward a greater acidic country. Combine that with pressure, medications, and much less bodily activity, and the frame may additionally start to warfare to maintain up. While the bloodstream is tightly regulated to live inside a safe pH variety, the relaxation of the body, your muscle groups, joints, and even bones may start to suffer quietly because it compensates. A small quantity well diluted in water acts as an alkaline buffer. It doesn't override your body's natural structures. It works with, it enables neutralize extra acids that may be gathering within the tissues, easing the diffuse strain that the kidneys and lungs paintings continuously to control. Many seniors who add a small baking soda drink to their habitual, a few instances, every week, document feeling clearer, lighter, and extra energized. It's no longer magic. It's chemistry used accurately and respectfully. And it's no longer about chasing extreme. This is not about turning your body into an alkaline gadget, as some fads advocate. It's approximately mild aid. It's approximately balance, approximately helping your body do what it's already trying to do, just with a bit less war. When your internal surroundings is balanced, everything flows higher: digestion, power, sleep, even immune reaction. And yet, this natural rebalancing has one more sudden gain. It would not simply have an effect on your organs and cells. It may even attain the floor of your body. Because just as acidity inside the bloodstream can motive discomfort inside, it can additionally have an effect on your skin, leading to dryness, itchiness, and infection. Could a baking soda soak or rinse, calm your skin, the same way it soothes your belly? The answer may additionally surprise you, and it is probably the gentlest pores and skin remedy hiding in plain sight. Let's take a look. Conclusion: a small step, an enduring effect. As we grow older, we begin to understand something that youngsters frequently overlooks: that true fitness isn't always approximately chasing traits or short fixes. However, approximately tuning into the frame's quiet signals and responding with care, knowledge, and ease. Baking soda won't appear like a great deal. It's simple, inexpensive, and clean to overlook. But as you've seen, it incorporates with it a quiet strength, a long-standing culture of restoration, subsidized by way of developing medical support. From easing digestion and soothing painful joints, to supporting kidney characteristic and freshening breath. This humble powder offers a kind of wellness that doesn't shout. It simply works lightly and gradually, and in a global, in which medicinal drugs and remedies can experience overwhelming, the beauty of something so natural, so reachable, is that it gives you an experience of manipulate. Again, it reminds you that restoration doesn't constantly come inside the form of prescription. Sometimes it starts off evolved, with a spoon, a glass of water, and a willingness to take care of yourself in new ways. But the most critical message to take with you isn't just about baking soda. It's about your proper and responsibility to explore options, ask questions, and be a wise steward of your personal frame. You've lived through sufficient to recognize that nobody answer works for everybody. That's why balance and caution matter. Always speak along with your doctor before making adjustments, particularly when you have existing situations or take ordinary medicines. Baking soda is robust, but like anything effective, it ought to be used accurately. And now which you've exposed those fitness blessings, you do not simply keep statistics, you maintain perception. Whether you pick out to attempt baking soda water yourself, or without a doubt, hold this know-how close, you've got taken a step closer to deeper, extra mindful, reside. So, right, here's to small matters that make a large difference. To age, not as decline, but as refinement. And to you for choosing interest, for honoring your fitness, and for staying open to the opportunities that also lie beforehand. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone you care approximately. You by no means realize whose life a bit knowledge might contact. Your journey isn't always over, it's most effective deepening, and you are precisely in which you need to be. These lessons are meant to encourage you to live completely and authentically. Now, I'd like to pay attention from you. Take a moment to mirror and share one component you've learned and plan to use for your personal life. Let's guide each other in this adventure towards embracing those truths. If you loved this video, please depart a remark with 1. If not, feel unfastened to remark with 0. Your comments method loads to us. Don't neglect to like proportion and subscribe to our YouTube channel for extra content like this. Thank you for looking, and right here's to living existence, to your personal phrases.